All right, so we want to start off here with touching on. Oh my God, I mean, John's been going crazy with these integrations with these new brokers.
We're moving fast.
Um, yeah, it's pretty exciting. Uh, I guess I wasn't really anticipating because I mean I find out about the new releases barely before everyone else does, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, that needs to work, and it just keeps on adding, keeps on adding. So now we have E-Trade on there.
Yep.
Was there a huge demand for that? I wasn't sure of the.
It was a fairly small wait list, but the integration was so easy that it was one that we felt like, oh, this is going to be such a cinch. Let's get it done. And I think if I recall, John did it in like 2 weeks. It was like a really fast integration. So
Nice.
that was one we wanted to check the box for. And of course, it being a Morgan Stanley product, it kind of fits into the big list of names that we were hoping to tackle. But the ones on the rest of our list are really exciting to us as well. So yeah, E-Trade was a fairly easy one.
Excellent. Then we have Tasty Trade,
Yep.
which is there.
So the caveat with Tasty Trade is that like we're big Tom Sosnoz fans as well, and I know Tasty Trade is largely related to the options market, like they're big options fans. We built it for stocks, futures, and crypto. That's what's working with Tasty Trade at the moment. We will have to circle back on options because we are missing the capability to get market data. So when we figure out how we can manage market data and get it priced correctly, then we can start to look at options on Tasty Trade, which I know will be a big one.
Perfect. And there's Robinhood IRA.
hmm
Can you give me a little insight on that? How's that different than just regular Robinhood?
Yeah, so like the vast majority of Robinhood users will open an account and it ends up being a cash account initially. You can pay for like Robinhood Gold, and maybe they've changed the way this program works, but at least my experience is you pay for a monthly subscription and now you have access to a margin account and they give you some amount of margin in that account. But that account is a cash account, so all events are taxable. What Robinhood has started to switch to is supporting Roth or traditional IRAs in your Robinhood account, but it's a separate account. You have to decide how much you move into that balance, and of course you're constrained a bit as well to the tax limitations each year as to how much you can actually deposit into those accounts. So we've had many users who've been getting more use out of the Robinhood IRA accounts and have asked if they can trade those with us. And it wasn't supported before, but now we've been able to expand into those accounts. So now you can trade your Roth and your traditional IRA on Robinhood.
Awesome. And finally, Webull. Webull is going to be coming.
Yep.
Um, Pretty interesting. So nice, robust list here.
Yep.
I know that John was saying that while there's still new connections that are in the works, that he's also going to be focusing on the user experience within the dashboard and some of the features that are there.
Exactly.
Um, and so we could, if anyone's interested, you could always go to the upcoming releases page in the documentation in order to get a sense of what might be nearby. But also keep in mind that the user experience for how it is on the platform is also something that everyone here takes near and dear to their heart.
Oh, for sure.
I was looking at I had some screenshots of TradesPost just from last year. I mean, substantially
Mhm.
different. I was like, oh my! I guess I just didn't realize the changes that were incrementally done, not just the look, but the feel and everything as well. And it's quite fascinating. This whole startup feeling where what if you're a customer of a user of TradesPost, like your ideas are getting funneled in. Like it's actually being listened to. You're not sitting there waiting 5 years for something to happen. It's pretty quick. I
Yep,
love
we
that.
are we are very much focused on customer feedback and sort of prioritizing that feedback as well. We do look at all of our support tickets and sort of classify them in a way that helps us understand what comes up most frequently. So the more conversation rallies or corrals around a certain idea, that bubbles up to the surface in terms of what we're going to prioritize. And then the same thing for broker planning. As we plan our roadmap for which brokers to integrate, it's largely based on the wait lists that people join for which brokers they'd like to see on the platform. So we always encourage people to join those wait lists because the head count there is what matters to us.
Excellent. All right, so I'll create a bunch of bots that'll join, and that way, just the things I care about
Yeah, if you guys
will
want
get
to
to the
game the
top.
system, just create a bunch of fake accounts. No, please don't do that.